Oh, what is that weird? Aha! There's a cable going in front of the camera. That's what that is. It's just a really out of focus cable hanging from the overhead camera. One moment. That was really weird. What have I done here? That's better. That was really weird. How are we all doing? That's better. I wondered why. I felt like Two-Face there. That was very strange. How are we all doing on a Tuesday afternoon? I think it's Tuesday afternoon. My sleep schedule is wrecked. Just to give you an idea, combination of the showdown, the clocks changing, and being sick, my last 4 nights of sleep. This is the content you're here for, boys and girls. So Friday night, this is, I know this is what you want to know. Friday night, I went to bed at 2 a.m., got up at lunchtime, 12 p.m. Sunday, so Saturday night, went to bed at 2 a.m., got up at 1 p.m. Then Sunday night, because of the post-showdown meeting, again, went to bed at 2 a.m., got up at 7:30, because, in fact, I got up at 7. I don't know why it's 7:30. I was up at 7 for Andy to go to school. But then I was so broken that I went to bed at 8 p.m. last night and woke up at midnight thinking it was morning and forced myself to go back to sleep. My sleep schedule is wrecked. I'm not ill anymore, though, which is good. The only signs of illness left in me now, my sleep schedule is ruined, and I've got a crusty nose where I blew my nose too much. We've had loads of subs come in already. Thank you for that, boys and girls. Gilly's in for 2 months. This really is me in for 9 months. Mola's in for 6 months. Nathan Ivy for 5 months. Goodness me, it's only Mr. Diz in for 5 months as well. Spitting true facts in the chat as well. I was great on the showdown. Let's be fair, I'm great everywhere I go, but I was especially great on the showdown, as I knew I would be. I am the king of the showdown. Lowdown, whatever it's called. I know what I mean. It's all very complicated. Should we do an intro? Because I really want to get into this transfers. And Chris will kill me if I don't do a proper intro. So, oh, why is my YouTube button not working? I've got to manually change like a caveman to... Oh, God, I've still got all this stuff loaded. That's why it's not working. Because I've cannibalized one of my screens for the lowdown. Okay, this is fine. We should still be good. Well, there we go, boys and girls. We did it. Back to back to back. I told you I would. It doesn't matter how long it took us to get out of the National League. We went back to back to back in the Football League. We are now in the Championship with over £1 million to spend, which for Leamington feels like mega money. In the Championship, we'll buy you a backup goalkeeper. So it's going to be an interesting window. I have absolutely no idea what ground we're going to be playing in this year. It's certainly not going to be ours. There you go. One intro from One Take Kev. That's how we do it around here. Red card, but for who? Who knows? Plantagenet. Feels like there's one extra letter in there somewhere. Plantagenet. Thank you for 10 months. Anyway, I imagine I struggle with that every time. This is the situation. So if you've not been in a stream for a while, we are... Does that make it 11 seasons into the save now? There's an easy way to find out. It's called counting. So we started there, didn't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've just finished season 11. What a ridiculous save this has been. So 3 years to get out the National League North, 6 years to get out the National League, but then League 2 and League 1, no problem. We'll handle them, no worries. Absurd. But we are now in the Championship for season 12, and we did it easily. We won the league. No competition there, really. And we've got a load of money to spend as a result of it. Deadpool, thank you for 28 months. That's a long time. That's a very long time, 28 months. Can I use the goal thing? What does that mean? What, the lowdown goal thing? I think Matt will sue me for copyright infringement if I use that. I'm already expecting to get a cease and desist for accidentally showing the red card thing. I can't use any of the rest of it. I'll get sued. I do hate how right Kev was about the bottleneck. It's not my first rodeo, Chris. I've been here before. And warning for all of you, the next bottleneck is the one we're about to hit. 5 years in the Championship minimum, I would suggest. That's just how it is. So if you're expecting the glory days to continue, really, for us to be in good shape when we hit the Premier League, we need our own stadium, and we don't have one. We haven't played in Leamington Spa for about 9 years. We're currently in Solihull. We spent some time in Coventry. I don't think the Solihull ground is suitable for the Championship. Yeah, it's only a 7,000-seater. And I think for the Championship, no, that's probably the wrong button. Well, to be fair, Forest Green were in there with one that was 9,000, so maybe you are okay. Stadium. Oh, it's a minimum capacity of 5,000. So actually, we might be able to stay in Solihull, which would be interesting, I guess. Staying in Solihull, better than nothing, I suppose. Mornflake. What a terrible name for a stadium. That must be their stadium naming, but that's a sponsorship. What's a Mornflake? What I wanted to look at on here was wage budgets, just to see how out of our depth we're going to be this year. So, wages. Lowest wage currently per year in the Championship is Crewe and Southend are both around about the 6 to 7 million mark. But everyone else, the majority of them are 8 or 9 million a year and above. But £6 million a year. So that lowest one, Crewe, at 6.29 million. That works out at £121,000 a week. Our wage budget, 65,000. We have got half the wage budget of the lowest wage budget currently in the Championship, and a transfer budget, like I say, of next to nothing. I mean, realistically, I think I have to go against all of my own principles and just focus on bringing in old men on free transfers. So we probably assume most of it's going to go to wages, and we're probably not going to spend any money in transfer fees. But even then, at £95,000 a week, that's still only just under 5 million in wages, which is still well under the current lowest team. So Southend and Crewe, where did they finish? I love the fact that the holders of the Championship are Tottenham. That's brilliant. But yeah, Crewe and Southend both really struggled. Huddersfield in administration. You don't often see clubs go into administration during the save, or I don't anyway. Huddersfield went into administration last year. So we could do with a couple more clubs doing that so that we've got a chance of staying up. That'd be nice. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting summer. Loans and free transfers, I guess, is what we're going to look to do. The problem we're going to have straight away, again, based on my many years of experience of playing saves like this one, is the very first thing that's going to happen, if it's not already started happening now we've been promoted, is our current best players are all going to come and ask for Championship money, which is going to be a big issue. I mean, you can see some of them already have. Phil Scott, Tom Wooster, the two best players at the club, we've already bumped their wages. Presumably we did that in the last stream. Yeah. When promotion is secured, they've come to ask for Championship money. But expect it from everybody. Godwin's already in. Kai Edwards is already in. Theodros is already in on Championship money. But we've got a lot of other players, like David Roberts signs permanently on Championship money. So to be fair, that process looks like it's already pretty much happened. But there's some of these guys, like Gilks, who's been with us since non-league. He's still a great player, but he's out of contract this summer. We probably let him go. Can we replace him? If we can, are we going to get him as cheap as that? But even if we can't, if we decide to keep him, I bet he wants crazy money. I mean, that's double what he's on now. It's going to be tricky, boys and girls. All we can do is hit continue a few times, and I guess wait for the 1st of July. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Oh, we've got our season review. What a nice place to start the stream. Why is it not working? There we go. So, new arrivals, signing of the season, Leroy Tongue. You can't really argue with it. Came in, got 19 goals, got us promoted. Lovely stuff. In fact, the two strikers we signed last summer, 31 goals between them, which is not too shabby at all. David Roberts came back in on loan as a star, signs for us again permanently this summer, so that's a nice pickup as well. And the rest of them we don't really need to worry about. Bunch of losers. We finished top of the league, top of League One, as you know. We're almost, see, that's the thing that makes me think we might move grounds. We're close to maxing out Solihull, the league below. We're going to get, when you get into the championship, you get a big attendance boost. We're going to need a bigger ground. I don't know if the board see it that way. Bristol City 2105. Thank you for the prime. We're good at football. We're not going to be good at football this year, I imagine. Our reputation is trash. We've got no money. We've got no ground. It'll be great. Sponsorship's up slightly, though, as is broadcast revenue, corporate hospitality. Prize money's down because we didn't have the big FA Cup run this year. And Tyler Goodrum still sells more Leamington shirts than anybody. He is almost certainly leaving this summer because he wasn't a League One player, never mind a Championship player. That's your team of the year. Worryingly, 2 of them are leaving. Cooper and Arichi are only in on loan. Gilks, we've already said, he's out of contract, so he's leaving. So really the core that we're building around, Wooster in goal, the back 3 of Scott, Roberts and Godwin will all still be here. Theodros in midfield. Gekta needs to step his game up again. He went off the boil a little bit last year, but Arichi's going to be gone. And Edwards and Hughes have only ever been bit part players at this level. So I'm not so sure they're going to be any use for us in the Championship. Matthew, thank you for 25 months. And for some reason, your subs come through twice. Thank you for subbing twice, I guess. If that's what you did. If you didn't, take it up with Twitch. It's all their fault. Maybe you did sub twice. So Scott won Player of the Year. There's all your other awards there if you care about awards. Tom Wooster set the record for clean sheets in a season. Jamar Hughes is our all-time record goal scorer. And we sold this guy that I've never heard of for 350 grand, and it was our biggest ever sale. Need to do a bit more of that. Ah! Oh, my word! I've got high blood pressure, woman!
I've been standing here for ages.
You are a monster. That doesn't mean I know you're there! I'm wearing noise-cancelling headphones!
Clean sheet. Someone subbed twice. I've been here for ages.
I have noise-cancelling headphones on. If you don't announce yourself, I don't know you're here.
I don't know if you stop talking. That's rude.
Can I help you? My word. What's my heart rate doing now? My heart rate is up to 83 beats a minute, sitting in a chair after that.
Right. I need to be upstairs for a little while.
Okay.
So if the door goes, would you please answer it?
If I'm still alive, yes.
Dave's new bowl.
Okay. Gordon Bennett. Oh, my word. Surf the UK, thank you for 2 months. Oh, my word. Anna, the best way to contact Anna, if I do pass out on stream now, it's at Miss LOLLUJO on Twitter. So if I do now collapse on stream, just pop her a tweet and tell her to get me an ambulance. That'd be helpful. Don't all do it, just like one of you. Figure it out amongst yourselves who's in charge of that if it happens. Right, the board want us to fight bravely against relegation. Can't really argue with that. What it does mean is if we get relegated, they won't tell me off, which is nice. I hope, I was going to say I don't think we'll get relegated. I hope we won't get relegated. It really depends on how good this summer is, I guess. I'm absolutely delighted. You've all done really well. I'll have to strengthen the squad over the off-season to avoid getting involved in a relegation battle. Yeah, I think that's fair. Tyler Goodrum is hurt. I mean, to be fair, Tyler, you are one of the ones I was talking about. So I get why you're a bit miffed, but you are a non-league player. We're now in the Championship. Don't order yourself a Lamborghini just yet. Can I show the XG table? If I can remember where it is. I feel like I've been shown it before. It's not something that I spend a lot of time looking at. Is it in the data center? Where's that? Data hub, it's called. There we go. Shows how often I use this really exciting new feature. Team report? No. Ask for, if I just type in here, XG. No. Give me the XG table. XG table. There we go. There's the XG table for you. I don't know what that does or doesn't tell you. We won the league in both real life and on the XG table. Shows that I am the greatest. But we don't care too much about all that data stuff. Faffing about with all the data nonsense. Right, oh, we're back on here. I thought we were done with this. Why are we back here? There we go. Who the hell was he? Apparently we brought in another coach. Lovely. Scrambled Goat, thank you for the sub. Bringing in all the coaches. This must have been what I was doing at the end. Did I hire a load of staff at the end of the last stream as well? We're looking pretty solid for League One staff. I bet the step up to the Championship, those bars are going to take a little bit of a hit. Right. The other thing, of course, as I keep moaning about in Non-Nature Legend now, is that the diamond seems to have been broken by the latest update. So not only have we gone back to back to back, and now we're having to do the Championship with no money, we're potentially having to do it with a tactic that doesn't work anymore, which is going to be really interesting. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But I am a little bit worried about it. So I guess I am worrying about it already. It'll be fine. Upgrade youth and training facilities. We haven't got any money. Things like that cost money, or we have none. I think our priority has to be getting a stadium before we worry about youth development. Several of you telling me that your diamonds still work. I refer you to the Streamer Showdown this weekend, where it was all about wide systems. Maybe your tactics are still working to a point, but are they working as well as they were before? Are they working as well as a wide system would work? Who knows? Oh, while I remember as well, I will try and mention this towards the end of the stream. We're going double bubble today. We're doing a double stream. So this evening, I'm going to be streaming over on my YouTube channel. Not my proper YouTube channel. Not LOLLUJO. On my Kevin Chapman YouTube channel. You know, where that vlog used to be. I'm going to be streaming tonight, playing some Pokemon online. So if you are interested in the Pokemon stuff I've been doing over there recently, 7 p.m. tonight on that channel, I'm going to be streaming over there. And it'll be very similar to how a Football Manager stream works. I'm just going to sit there, playing a few games of Pokemon and chatting. It won't just all be about Pokemon. If you just love Kev and you love the idea of hanging out with me for a couple of extra hours today, that's the place to do it. And it will just be a different game in the background that we're not really focusing on. Be fine. It'll be lovely. How's my cold? No, my cold's fine. I'm 100% now. He says, having slept 11 hours last night. How many showdowns have now been won by normal tactics as opposed to tactical fiddling or trying to be too clever? I mean, I would put me, Clates, and Holly, and probably Manny and Niran, all as winners who used normal tactics. So how many is that between us? 12? How many showdowns have there been in total? Clates definitely fiddled. I don't think he massive. Is he a massive fiddler? Maybe we'll move Clates onto the fiddle team then, if you want. Clates the fiddler. I don't think he's up there with Zealand for fiddling. Tom just uses downloaded tactics, so that counts as fiddling, I think. Okay, so we'll include Clates. So Clates has got 2. So team normal person is down to 10. Team weird little nerd is got 2 extras plus Zealand's 2. Who else is on team weird little nerd? Tom, so that's 5. How many? Who am I missing? Who's won a showdown that I'm forgetting? Can't even remember. That might be it. Oh, McKinn's. I don't even know. I'll level with you. Wasn't paying much attention to what McKinn's was doing, so I wouldn't even know what group to put him in. Manny and Niran I'm putting on team normal person because I think they both just used normal tactics. Second yellow card, I don't really know. I've not really watched enough of his stuff to know if he's normal or a bit weird. Either way, team normal person is comfortably ahead of team fiddly pervert. Because we are the greatest. Right, can we get Josh Cooper on loan again for another season? No, we cannot. That's a shame. I think, did we already... I think we might have... Do we want a Ricci? What about when Ben won? Bless him. Camera focus has gone. Hold on. The technique is to Superman. If I Superman, the focus usually comes back. Oh, it didn't that time. Come on. Look at me. Look at me. There you go. Just have to take the spectacles off and then the focus zooms back in on me. McKinn's team normal. Excellent. Do I run my own training? No, because I'm on team normal. David Roberts is going to go to the Euros. That's amazing. That shows how pathetic Wales are in 2032. They're calling up a League One defender. But David Roberts is going to the Euros. That's nice. I approve of that. I mean, he's only in the preliminary squad, so he probably isn't actually going to the Euros. But we can get excited about the possibility that maybe he might be. So, I mean, we want these injuries to not recover. Someone re-kick Ethan Ampadu's ankle, and then Roberts is probably going to the Euros. That's what we're hoping for here. I mean, look at his value compared to their values. 70,000, because that's literally what we're paying for him. Oh, dear. Never mind. Is there enough winners to play a Champions Showdown, or would I have to play 3 of the teams? I think the issue more is trying to get all of the champions together in one place at the same time would be the most challenging thing. Especially Manny and Niran, who are quite difficult to get hold of. Or get into the showdown, at least. When will I win the Premier League? 2045. We're not even halfway to winning the Premier League yet, I don't think. And we're 12 seasons in. Every season it asks me to, you know what? Now we're a bigger club. Yeah, let's sign all this dross just to fill up a youth team. At least we have a youth team. None of them are ever going to be any good. But yeah, let's have a youth team. Why not? What's the worst that can happen through having a youth team? We've had many years not having a youth team. It's nice to finally have one. Do I think I'll win it before the save ends? Well, yeah, because I won't end the save until I win it. So, yes, definitely. I don't fail at these kind of saves. I am inevitable. Just sometimes it takes a little longer. Especially with a tiny team like this. I had 1 year, 2032-ish, where Wales had 3 proper wonder kids. I stole them all. You monster. Reminder as well, while you're all in here. Leamington on Saturday, innit? Leamington on Saturday. Are you coming? Leamington versus Darlington, 3 p.m. kickoff at Leamington. I'll be there. You coming along too? Come along. It's a football match. You can come and we can hang out and do a football chant going, and it's going to be super. It probably isn't going to snow. So there's that. It probably won't snow. What time are we looking to get there? I'll probably aim to get there about 2. Just to give me a chance to try and, I don't know, weasel my way into the changing rooms and whatever else. But if you're just coming to meet up, I would suggest Just make sure you're there before kick-off. Will be relatively easy to find, I think. Yeah, stroke the horse. But it is going to be super duper. I have to pass. The commute from New Zealand is a little unviable. I don't think you've even looked it up. I don't think you've even tried. It might be easier than you think. Will the ref finger himself? Not in non-league. Refs don't finger themselves in non-league. Connor Papageorgiou. We don't need him. He ain't good enough for the championship. Get to wear my home shirt in public and have someone know who it is. Lovely. I'll be wearing my Leamington shirt, maybe, if it fits. Never actually tried it on. Actually, that's not true. I wore it for the intro to an Untitled video, didn't I? I don't know whether to wear that on my my manager's shirt. I guess if I wear the Leamington shirt, I might get a game. Chris is in for 33 months. Anyone wanting to know how you become an employee of LOLLUJO Enterprises? It's be a sub for that long. And that qualifies you for an interview. 33 months. Right, is it the 1st of July yet? What about the gilet? I could wear the gilet. Camera focus has gone again, has it? Am I going to have to get my eyes lasered just to sort this camera out? That's not actually working, is it? Hello? Why is it not working this time? Look at me. Look at me. What have I got in the background today that might be drawing its attention? Nothing obvious. Let's cover up Pac-Man's eyes. I don't think it was that, but it did change immediately. Is the second camera working? Do you mean the third? The overhead camera's working? Yes. Overhead camera is completely fixed now. After I broke it. All you needed to do was snap the little door off, and now it works perfectly. So overhead camera is completely fixed. Excited for Pokemon tonight. I'm also excited for Pokemon tonight. Will I earn money if you sign up for Pouch? Indirectly over the long term, yes. They've already paid me for that advert, so I won't earn any more money on that advert. But the more people who sign up using my Pouch link, the more likely they are to pay me for another advert. So, yeah, in the long run, I'd recommend it anyway. I used Pouch to save money on my Real Madrid shirt when I bought that. Saved me £21 on my Real Madrid shirt. I got my Pokemon Converse shoes with a big discount as well. It is pretty good. There's a massive game in Peterborough on Saturday. There's no such thing as a massive game in Peterborough. Oh, fake Borough are coming, are they? I've just had a look. Have my shoes come here? Not yet, no. I guess this is the issue when you order customs. As long as I've got them before Comic-Con, that's all I care about. Comic-Con's at the end of May. So as long as I've got my my custom Converse, Pokemon Converse by Comic-Con, then I'll be happy. Right, the game is suggesting give Gilks a new contract. He's been so loyal, I'm inclined to do it, even though he's not good enough. But he might be good enough. He'll be fine as a backup, won't he? Come on then, Gilksy! In you come! Everybody gets a contract. We are going to try and push you down a little bit, though. Come on. You were earning £800 a week before. Be glad it's more than doubling. Hughes definitely gets another contract because he scores all those football goals. So he's on 1.4k at the moment. I don't know why I'm bothering to remove the top division pay rises. I may as well leave them in. The chances of us getting promoted to the top division this season are fairly slim. And if we do, I don't mind giving him an extra £1,000 a week. What match am I most excited for at WrestleMania? I ain't really bothered about WrestleMania. I certainly won't watch it live. Didn't watch it live last year. I'll check in on a few bits the next day. I'm interested if Cody's wrestling. I want to see if he does his AEW entrance with his AEW music. Other than that, no, not really interested. I haven't watched WWE for a long time. Disappointed you didn't get the call up for the Sidemen Posh collab. Yeah, what's that all about? Bunch of Sidemen on Posh's Instagram today wearing Posh shirts. What is happening there? I had custom Converse built with maroon sidewalls and a white tongue and a heel stripe. Looked like bowling shoes. Love them. I've had some customs before. I had some custom Batman ones many years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, that Anna got me with LOLLUJO on the back. Sidemen were in Peterborough last week. Yeah, why? Why? Are they just taking any booking they can get now? They decided to come to the worst city in the UK. Wanted to see Deji in Bourne. I thought he was in Home. Is he just properly stalking me now? Has he moved from Home to Bourne? Because if he has, this is getting ridiculous. The man is stalking me. Right. Soho is not good enough for the step up. He's definitely someone. Oh, I'm so sad. Tyler Goodrum. He's had a wonderful spell at Leamington. 6 years. Should go down as one of the greatest players in the history of the football club. He's only on the favoured personnel list, which is a disgrace. He should be a club icon. But we are going to be releasing him. I just need to reply to a text message. There we go. So Tyler Goodrum's being released. Little Holman doesn't want to stay, so we're not going to make him. I think we can replace this guy. I've got no real feeling one way or the other for him. He's not been here that long, so he can be released. Goodrum needs to score in the Premier League one day. There's only room for one passenger like that in a save like this, and that's Theodros. We can't just be full of nostalgia players. We need the squad space. We need the money. If we had loads of money, then that's a conversation to have, but we don't. So it's not. We can afford to keep one. We'll keep the one who's actually in the first team. Well, if he doesn't want to sign a contract, I'm not going to make him sign one. The Wally. Some of these young players with potential, these are the ones that we're going to look to sell on at a profit in January. They're not necessarily being offered contracts because I think they'll ever be good enough to play for us. But we saw last January how useful it is to have a few of these. They're turning down contracts, so I'm not going to get... They're on £375 a week at the moment. I'm not going to suddenly give them over £1,000. There needs to be a reality check for a few of these young men about how much money they're actually going to earn as reserves. There you go, he gets a contract. If they had 5-star potential, it'd be a little bit different. Yeah, exactly. Goodrum could come back as staff. He'll retire in a few years. He can go and have a couple of seasons knocking in the goals in League Two and then retire. Meanwhile, we just offer cheap contract extensions to a few of these. Oh, he actually accepted that one. I was expecting that one to not go through. I was just watching the start of my Leamington playthrough on YouTube. Well, now you can see what happened. Now you can see what the situation is 12 years later. Nathan, thank you for the Prime. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Right. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Contract negotiations are not fun content. Can you just agree to what I'm offering you? No? Well, then you're not getting a contract then, are you? You silly boy. Strangely, I've not felt the urge to play FM22 at all since I started editing. That is pretty strange, because I still feel the urge every day. Right. More staff arriving. Lovely, lovely. And then we are getting closer to the 1st of July. Transfer day. I think I've played since 2017, 2018. Looks so different now. It plays fairly similar to how it did back then, to be honest. They've just moved some of the menus around and changed some of the colours, but I think if you were to play again, you'd get back into it relatively quickly. David Roberts has made his Wales debut. This is sensational stuff. Did he actually start? Is he actually going to go to the Euros? Why is he at right back? That seems like a terrible idea. Oh, David Roberts might be going to the Euros. That's beautiful. Second season in the Prem, only starting under 18. Very challenging, very rewarding. Yeah, similar to what I did with Home last year. Was that last year on YouTube? It all kind of blurs together. I can't keep up. Last year I did the homegrown thing, didn't I? I think. Right. A few more players called up for internationals. The fact... Oh, Roberts is there. Roberts is there. I think Roberts is going to the Euros. My favourite saying when you get promoted is no one is bigger than the club. Yeah, but Theodros is bigger than the club. They were born in the USA last year. I was doing them both at the same time, wasn't I? Back when I really was doing, going for the quantity over quality situation. Before I realised less is more on YouTube. And now we're down to 6 non-League to Legend videos a week. What is the world coming to? When non-League to Legend ends and the next series starts, that'll only be 5 days a week, like Barcelona was. Oh, Kev likes his weekends in the summer. I was doing home on Twitch last year. I think that was the year before. I am now 100% sure I did home on YouTube last year. At the same time as Bourne. I am ready to be corrected by anyone who goes and checks, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Right, it's transfer window opening day. I did, homegrown. There you go. See, Mike knows. One of my scouts has been offered a job as a chief scout, and he's not a very good scout. So, yes, he can go there as their chief scout. That's fine. Right. Still no plans to actually spend any transfer budget. What I might do is just bung most of it down here anyway. Like that. Maybe even as far as that. Just so my director of football doesn't get any ideas and start offering £1 million for a player. I want him to have his head screwed on. Homegrown and born in the USA after non-East Legend finished super quick with Arsenal. Yeah. Yeah, I could do without non-East Legend ever finishing that quickly again. Now we've taken out the it ends with a Champions League win rule. That'll never happen again. Because with Arsenal, we would have just gone and carried on a realistic career. Because I think if you're talking in terms of realism, you don't retire after one Champions League win at one club. I'd go and prove myself abroad as well. Does that actually affect director of football suggestions? Not sure. I mean, they're not gonna make offers for players that we can't afford, but they are also able to move the budget around. So maybe. See, he's made an offer for this guy, who we're not going to sign. Jesus, 30 assists, but in the National League North. So yeah, we're not. I mean, that 30 assists. He's 26 and still playing in non-league. I don't think that's the kind of player we should be taking into the championship with us. But 30 assists. Just to clarify again, 30 assists. Who else wants him? Bunch of teams not as good as us. Yeah, he's not good enough for us. Joseph Coyle, our backup goalkeeper. Or one of our backup goalkeepers. I mean, I want top end of his value for him to go. This has been our policy all along, Millwall. You give us top end of his value, then you don't get him. Simple as that. Should we bring Beagles in? Last resort Beagles, as they call him. Oh, I need to put an advert out for another scout. Now that guy's gone. So yeah, we can squeeze one more scout in. And we have a goalkeeping coach arriving. Hello, Mr. Goalkeeping Coach. How you doing? Schumer, thank you very much for the sub. Is Frenchie still knocking about? We can have a look for Frenchie. I don't really want to bring in old men. He'll want a lot of money. He's been a championship reserve for a long time. What do I think of Dr. Benji quitting YouTube? I mean, if that's a serious question, please go and watch his video that clearly says he's not quitting YouTube. Oh, your headline reader. I hope that's a joke. Who are we looking for? Frenchie. What was his name? Was it Sam? I feel like it was Sam. Might have to look at our players we've released or sold. We sold him to Bristol City, I think, didn't we? I don't remember when exactly. Frenchie. Probably not this long ago. I can't remember his first name, which doesn't help. We weren't that close, me and Frenchie. I don't know. Maybe he was released. Maybe we didn't sell him. Did we release him? Frenchie. Frenchie. There he is. Frenchie is retired. So he had his 3 years as a reserve for Bristol City and then just retired, age 30. That's bonkers, Frenchie. You could have come back. Denver Mills, thank you for the sub. And also Kumbi, oh, the gifted sub. In fact, Kumbi, thank you for the sub. How's Ben Sunday night post showdown? He was fine. It was a very successful showdown, and that's his priority. Zidane Iqbal. That's the fella off of Man United, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, he's not good enough either, is he? 2.5-star players are not really that inspiring. It's got to be said. It's nearly the 1st of July. I mean, really, what he's done with Glory Hunter isn't that different to what we've done with this save. This save started on YouTube. Yeah, we split it in two and kept one half of the split on YouTube and the other half here, so it's a little bit different. But this series started on YouTube, moved to Twitch, and has highlights on YouTube still. And that's exactly what Ben's doing. Charlie Shaw is not good enough. So if he doesn't want to be here, he can leave. Don't be getting all fussy with me, Mr. 2-star player. If the first game of the final hadn't crashed, do you think the overall result would have been different, seeing as Holly scored while down to 10 men? I think Holly still wins. She's better at Football Manager than Zealand. She doesn't fiddle. And yeah, she just equalised, hadn't she? Away from home. Went down to 10 men. So yeah, I think she wins either way. Matthew Smith is a player we've had before in FM. I remember that face. But again, we're not signing 31-year-old 2-star players. I think it might be time to sack the director of football. That's several terrible transfers he's tried to do already. The question is, would we get a new one in quickly enough? This guy's lost his mind. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and wait until we've ticked over to be a championship club. He's making signings for players that would be great in League One. Godwin scored his first goal for Nigeria. All our boys are getting international games. All we need is Scott now. I think Scott's English, so this probably isn't going to happen. But if we could get Scott an international cap as well, that would be our entire back three as internationals. Come on, tell me you've got a second nationality. Oh, Ireland. You know what to do. Come on. Get him called up. Why not get a contract offer in for a director of football? Because I can't advertise for the job until I've sacked the previous one. It doesn't let you. So I've got no way to advertise for a director of football. And we don't use the staff search screen, so there's no other way to get one. So the current director of football stays until the transfer window closes. And if he has a terrible summer, he gets sacked on the 1st of September. And then we get a new guy in. How old is Scott? I'm not sure. Scott is 24. He stayed at Chelsea until long past after he should have left. But I don't know, maybe he thinks he can become an England international. He's not going to. But he could be an Ireland international. 26-year-old right back. This is a little bit better. Defensive midfielder, good head of hair on him. I don't really want to spend any transfer fees on players, especially not last resort players. We're waiting until the free transfers are available. Yeah, if we can get a back three of current internationals for Ireland, Wales and Nigeria, that screams championship. That means we won't get relegated. And then we just need Wooster to get called up by England. Has Wooster got a second nationality? No. So he's probably less likely to ever play internationally. Right. What squad registration rules? What squad registration rules do we have to worry about now? Minimum of 8 players. Is this for the championship? No. Is there rules in the championship that I don't know about? I don't even know what I'm looking at really here. Squad registration. Minimum of 8 players trained in the nation. Well, they're all trained in the nation. We're Leamington. I don't think that's a reason to give a player a new contract. A better reason is he's one of our best players. So he gets a new contract on merit, not just because he helps with squad registration. Is Wooster the best championship keeper? It hasn't ticked over to us being a championship club yet, so we can't check just yet. I doubt it. There's a massive step up to the championship. The step up, all the step ups he's done so far, pale into insignificance with the step up to the championship. Right. Oh, wow. Who is this guy? What have we got here? A 5-star potential right back? Hakeem, who on earth are you? When are you back? You're back this summer? Come back with a new contract, young man. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Dector can wait. That's fine. A lot of these can wait. I have only just realised that Decker and Dector are 2 different people. Mario Decker. I think we probably released this guy. Yeah, he's not ever going to be any good. Richards is another one that we're probably releasing. It would be nice to be able to sell them. I don't know, but both of them, maybe they're players we can sell. But we don't want to be offering, that's the problem. We don't want to be giving them crazy money as players that are only getting new contracts so we can sell them. and keep some money flowing in. Right. Push it down a little bit. Come on, then. Oh, come on now. Well, you can leave then. Go play in non-league, you loser. You're not having any contract, Mr. 3 Stars. Goodness me. Recruitment meeting. What have you got for me? Hopefully something exceptional. Petri Savalainen. That is a great name. I want him. Get one of those. Danny Nish. Who's already in for you, Danny Nish? St. Johnston. Can we have you on trial? Probably not. Anyone who's not got a club gets a trial. Steve Neville, off of Liverpool. Derek Thompson, off of Celtic. Anus Jerby. Old man Niall Ennis. Right. Come on. Get some scouting done. Get some trials in. Oh, look, it's a Ricci. Maybe we should offer him a contract, another loan for another year. If he's coming up on my scout report. So is he out of contract? No. Because my recruitment team think he's good. Oh, and he's going to be free. You know what? If he's going to be free, we may as well. He's not costing us a penny. Let's have him in for another year. He's not that bad. He'll be a useful squad member again. He cost an absolute fortune the first time we had him on loan. Now when we don't, and we needed him then. Now we don't really need him. He's going to cost us nothing. I hate this game sometimes. Just likes to mess with you. Come on. This is a long meeting. Why can't I offer trials to some of these players? Maybe they've already had trial offers. Maybe they're already signing for somebody else. In which case, why are they on my recruitment meeting? Seems silly. Right. So these are the ones coming in on trial. We didn't get Nish. What a shame. We're going to be 100% Nishless this season once again. 11th season in a row of no Nish. Oh, he looks nice. Oh, these all look nice. Lovely young men. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Marnini. Surely not going to get a work permit. He's Argentinian. He's 27 and he's never played for Argentina. And he's been playing in non-league for his entire career. Okay. Let's try him. See if he fancies professional football. Not having that. Not having that. I'm not really keen on you having that, to be honest. And I want to reduce that. Welcome to England. Ah, there we go. There's no mention of him potentially not getting a work permit, which is weird. Is there no work permit to worry about in the Championship? Because that's insane if that's the case. It's still the same UK employment law. He's slow. He's an attacking midfielder rather than he's there to create. He's our creative force. I mean, he's got some decent technical ability, hasn't he? I guess he'll be fine. Melvin Lambert, too old. Quinn Sullivan, too old. Mazid Agungbo. Too old, really. Yeah, just that one is the one that we'll make that offer for. Ready for the efficient football emote from this month's showdown. I don't know if we've got any spare emote slots at the moment. Shall we have a look? If we have and someone wants to make one, fill your boots. Let me just see if we've got a slot. Where is it in the menus? I can never remember. I'm really musical today. Emotes. Oh, we've got 6 slots. What are we faffing about for not making emotes? We've got 6 slots. Apparently follower emotes exist now as well. We've got 5 slots for follower emotes and 27 slots for sub emotes. Plus another 5 for tier 2 subs and another 5 for tier 3 subs. We have got, yeah, get emotes done. I want an efficient football emote. Am I in the next showdown? I don't know. That's, and for once, that's a genuine, I don't know. I go on holiday the next day. So I genuinely don't know if I'll be able to be. I'd like to be, but at the same time, doing the showdown, Jamal Hector Ingram's available as a scout. At the same time, doing the showdown is a massive time commitment for the week, for the entire week. So it really depends, and this is exactly what I've said to Ben. How late can I let him know? Because if it gets to the point where I'm a week before the showdown and I'm not already a full week ahead on my videos to cover me while I'm on holiday, I just don't think I have time. I think I'll need to spend that time that would have been committed to the showdown and doing all the research and stuff for that and all the practice and planning and actually doing the 12 hours of streaming that it takes. I'd probably need to do that making videos. So I don't know. We shall see. I would like to be. If I had to guess one way or the other right now, not sure. Ha! There you go, there's Ben. Just no viewers. I want him to be involved. So if he's not, it's all about his poor time management skills. I know. I'm going to try, Ben. Look, I've even got, just to show you that I'm trying, in my little notes thing. I don't know if it's going to show up. I've written down how far ahead I need to be scheduled at the end of each week to make sure that I can do the showdown and go on holiday. I genuinely am trying. But it's it's a busy week doing the showdown. So we'll see. It'll be fine. Yeah, hopefully. But like if I get ill again or something, that'll wreck it. I can't really have any days where I'm not at full capacity between now and then. You're very trying. It is a busy week for me. I spend like 8 hours prepping for the draft. That's a full day's work. I set aside a full day to prep for the draft. That's why I'm so good at it. I tell you what would make it easier for me to be involved, Ben. Very publicly. If the pool isn't announced in advance, because that saves me a day of prep then. But if anyone knows the pool, then I kind of have to prep because everyone else will prep. But if the pool's not known in advance, then I'm much more likely to be able to be involved. So that saves me a day of prep. Kyle, thank you for 24 months. Just replace me with the soundboard. That, I mean, not the worst plan. Why is my director of football pushing for me to re-sign this 3-star potential ability nobody? I don't understand. How would I get ahead? Record everything in one go, then do all the editing. I'll record, then edit, record, then edit. The second one, because I tend to edit while I'm playing the in-betweeny bits, because I edit on a different computer to what I play on and record on. So usually, just to give you some real insight into the life of LOLLUJO, normally I record the video and then set up the treadmill and walk whilst editing the video I've just recorded and simultaneously playing Football Manager to get to the next video on the other computer. So yeah, we do it that way. I mean, it's doable. We're 5 weeks away from when I go on holiday. If I record 2 extra videos a week, that's all I need to do. But it's finding the time to do those 2 extra videos a week and fitting in the streaming, blah, 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 blah. Woe is me. What a difficult job. I play video games. And I'm moaning about I have to play some extra video games before I go on my holiday. I get it. I understand. It's not now happening now. You've made a suggestion in public. I know. I've ruined it, haven't I? Is there a way they could do a pool you couldn't prepare for and keep everyone on the same level? That would be perfect. But it's a rather large accommodation asking for, isn't it? When you're playing the in-between bits for things like 90 Legend, do I talk to myself as if I was there? No. No, I don't. Because I'm not an insane person. Oh, that's interesting. Even the board have said, Gareth's taken me to one side and said, look, this director of football you've got at the moment, that guy's a clown. Do you want some extra salary? So we can now offer extra salary for the director of football, which that's usually the indication for the game saying, yeah, get rid of the trash you've got. We can actually hire a technical director now. So let's have a, oh, we can, has he just added a whole load of more staff vacancies? Suddenly we can hire more again. And I don't remember seeing the announcement, but I will take it. I think, it's so close. Do we sack him? I think we're going to sack him. Shall I make him the technical director? Rather than sacking him, shall I make him technical director? Pat, do you want to be technical director? I feel a bit harsh sacking him. No, he's done. Pat, I'm sorry. You're done. $65K. He just wasn't capable of making the step up. I'm sorry, Pat. And now we can look for a new director of football. The only problem is it means we've got to get one in a week or we're not going to have a director of football for the 1st of July, which is problematic. Blogsmead, thank you for 17 months. I have had a loan manager all the way through that I shouldn't have, and I don't even use him. There's no reason for us to have a loan manager. I don't think he's even responsible for loans. This guy has just been earning $1,000 a week. He's earning like 60 grand a year for no work at all. And if I did ask him to do any work, look how bad at it he'd be. Oh my word. I mean, Lucas, you've been found out. The chat have discovered you. I'm afraid you're done. My illegitimate son's going to have to get a real job. He's been there since the start of the save. Right, Arichi's coming back. I'm sorry, Lucas. Don't tell your mum. He's done. He's gone. Arichi's back. I wonder if he'll ever get another job. That's the really exciting thing with him. We need to follow the career of Lucas, whatever his name was, Smith. Lucas Smith, 52 years old. Look how young he looks. It's like he's not done a day's work in his life. Do I only use the job centre for staff roles, or do I consider recommendations? I don't get recommendations because I leave my director of football to do the hiring. However, as I don't currently have one, I imagine I'll actually get some recommendations. So if I do, then I'll look at them. Can I pronounce that really long Welsh place? No, I can't. And I don't feel like it's necessarily a skill I need to learn. Right. Come on. Where's this new director of football? It's urgent. Who's making these transfer offers for a crook? Chris Millington's stepping up. He wants the director of football job. All right, Millington. Do we want Camel Crook? I mean, he's 32. We're not spending money on a 32-year-old. This is insane. Another showdown question for me. Solanke, how? I mean, we talked about it a little bit on the lowdown, didn't we? I think it's just a case of he's big and strong and quick. And whatever Zealand was doing really suited him. I think it is just as simple as that. Will I do an online save with my fans? No. Which is a really blunt answer, but no. Have you ever watched the network save on a Thursday? That's 4 people who do this for a living. And it's taken us 6 months to do a season and a half. Can you imagine what it'd be like with a bunch of amateurs involved? Or more people than 4 people? It would be an absolute nightmare. Right, looks like... Oh, no, we do. So he does have to get a work permit. Well, he's not going to get one then, is he? Why didn't that come up in the contract discussion like it normally does? Because I just don't imagine he's going to get a work permit. And if he does, I don't know how work permits work. Has shown worrying signs of a total collapse as a footballer over the last month. He's what now? Scout report? He's shown signs of what? I've never seen that on a scout report in my life. It says he's based in England, does it? Where does it say he's... So he is based in England, even though he's Argentinian and has spent the last 4 years playing in non-league in America. Can we look at his... No, it won't show us that because he's not been here. I mean, maybe we'll just scout him a little bit more. Why can we not scout him a little? Because he's outside of our scouting range. Well then. Well then. I mean, let's just pretend we never saw that. How often do I read a scout report in that much detail anyway? I'm going to save him from his collapse. He's not going to get a work permit anyway, so let's not worry about it. Oh, he's not... Oh, he's going to Millwall, is he? How have I not seen that? Yeah, he's going to Millwall anyway. Let's not worry about him. I was too busy focused on the poor boy's collapse. But yeah, if he's going to Millwall, we really don't care. They can cope with the collapse. Good spot. Good eye, boys and girls. Oh, I'm a professional. I am a professional football manager. Are we not already doing these? What's happening here? Well, he's still on trial with us. So, I don't know. How should we punish him? He's here on trial but signing for Millwall. So, shall I terminate his trial so that he has to go back to Argentina while he's waiting for it to go through? Yeah, get out of here. You're not welcome here anymore. Go back to Argentina. Right, pre-season. Why can't I click that? I want to see just how bad things are according to this. Oh, we're not favourites for relegation. That's Southend. So that's nice. Our best players aren't the worst best players in division. Scott's there. I imagine Worcester's the best. Worcester is, I mean, not disastrous. We are going to get relegated, obviously. I trust you're ready to give it everything in an effort to avoid a relegation most people are expecting us to suffer. That's nice. They're reserved. Yeah. I wasn't. Oh, God, I just told them we're going to win the FA Cup. It's fine. We probably will. It'll be fine. Right. Where's what's his face now? So is he now based in Argentina again? Yeah. So he's gone back to Argentina. So hopefully he now doesn't get his work permit, and that'll learn him. Should have come to the team who brought you to England in the first place. I discovered you. Plucked you out of obscurity in some weird foreign league that no one's ever heard of. What's Worcester's value now? Nearly £1 million English pounds. Heroic. Right, it's very nearly the 1st of July. What's my number one piece of advice for teams promoted from League One to the Championship? Run. Run away. Don't sack your director of football just before director of football recommendations. Oh, this guy's... Who's found him? Mr. Millington. Oh, you're spoiling us here. What a man. Yeah, we'll take this guy. New left back. Yes, please. That's a lot of money. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What on earth is all this? Let's be sensible about this. You can have 80 grand up front. And that's me being generous. Got to do our got to structure our transfers properly. So what was it? 200. So 140 on the Never Never. That's still 220. Well, no, not interested then. Get out of here. Oh, well. Oh, well. Well then. Suppose he's all right then, is he? Is he in the Dream 11, I suppose? No? Good. Imagine he's quite high on here, isn't he? This gives us some context because he's so much better than anyone who's ever been to the town of Leamington. Never mind anyone who's ever played for us. He's better than anyone who's ever been to Leamington. Where is he on here? He's not even one of Millwall's two best players. And both their two best players are worse than our two best players. So all in all, it's a disaster. But at least David Roberts is about to sign permanently. We have no director of football for the 1st of July. That's not a problem. We'll figure that out. Luckily, you can still get director of football recommendations without a director of football, or at least you could. If they've patched that, I might just resign and start a new save. David Roberts is home, though. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. How did appearing on the lowdown compare to competing in the showdown? I really enjoyed it. Much easier, much lower pressure, much lower stress, much less work. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Nice, relaxing weekend. So there you go. David Roberts is back. Is he actually at the Euros? He is. He is actually at the Euros. It's beautiful. Come on, let's dance, everybody. We've just released some players. Oh, Tyler. What a hero he was. Thank you, Tyler. Right, we don't need to do any more contract renewals for now. Jamar Hughes has got a grumpy on. Right, 1st of July. Come along, then. So this is the squad we have after releases, contract expiries, and loans returning to their parent club. We have 17 players to take on the championship. And we've almost spent all of our wage budget. Oh, God. Oh! It'll be fine. Andy Davies has got 5-star potential. So he's all right, isn't he? 3 of those 17 players are goalkeepers as well. Woodard, thank you for 11 months. Right then. Oh, money. Oh, little money. Director of football. Here we go. Free transfers. All the old men. Get all the old men in. That's what we want this summer. Old folk. Bunch of old folk to keep us in the championship. A bunch of old folk who've never played in England before. That's how you stay in the championship. No, I mean, I've changed my views in recent years. I would usually suggest do what got you there. Bring in the young and hungry up-and-coming players. The players who are going to be great. But as a Peterborough fan, watching how things have gone in real life this year, I can only assume the way to stay in the championship is to do the opposite of what we've done. So buy a load of old players who are overpriced. Scouting wingers? Never. I'm not a coward. We're gonna stick to what we're good at. He's played for me in FM22 before. Why on earth did he stay at Manchester City all that time? What a waste of a football career. Wow. Do you want to come and be back up to Worcester now? Right, well, we'll just offer all of these guys trials and see who comes in, see who's any good. You know the drill. I guess Man City have... Oh, there's Joe Tomlinson. Off Peterborough. I guess City have just kept him that long to meet their homegrown requirement for the Champions League and stuff. 3rd choice goalkeeper, homegrown at club. easy peasy, carry on signing superstars. They put more thought into that than I usually do. Keeping him there that long. I am a little bit impressed. I don't think much of these are going to be any good. I think this is going to be a very challenging summer. Oh, God. It's going to be fine. We've got that strong core of a team. The boys that are still here are great. Edwards and Hughes are great. Theodros is great. The fact that Godwin is now considered our best attacking midfielder is really quite alarming. But Edwards and Hughes, Arichi, Theodros, Godwin, Scott, Roberts, Wooster. And then we've got Turgay, who's back for another year to play left back for us. We need a right back, and we need a lot of backup players. And I say that, but I imagine none of these are actually championship quality. Oh, okay. Godwin's championship quality. Maybe our past recruitment has been heroic. Scott is championship quality. Roberts must be as well, if the other two are, because he's as good as them. Championship quality. Wooster, championship quality. Theodros, League One, but could get better. Edwards, championship quality. Hughes, League One, could get a little bit better, maybe. So actually, we're not a gazillion miles away. We've got 7 or 8 championship players there, which is pretty splendid. For those of you saying select them all at once, you can't on that screen. You used to be able to, you now can't. Unless they've added it back in again on the latest patch. You can't. Miles has been asked about it. His answer was he doesn't want people abusing that screen. The way I abuse that screen. But yeah, you can't highlight them all on that screen and offer them all a trial in one go, which seems insane. Let me play the game the way I want it. Let me abuse what I want to abuse. Right. What's all this then? Damien Warrington. You know what? A 23-year-old who's good at football. We're just going to let any and all of these come in. Good work, Millington. Yes, we'll sign Damien. Because he looks great. Right. Adjust that. Come on, let's dance, everybody. While I'm hitting accept over and over again, let's keep our bodies moving. Godwin might have competition. Well, Godwin's playing attacking midfield, apparently, according to the squad depth screen. Kyle, thank you very much for the gifted subs. What a hero! Good work, Kyle. Thank you very much. In fact, Kyle and Chris, have you had your Pokemon cards yet? They did go in the post yesterday. I'm interested to know about them arriving. And I know you two both ordered some. Anyone else who ordered some, have you had them yet? You've not had them yet? Okay. They were second class, to be fair, so they probably won't arrive until tomorrow, I guess. I think there were only 3 people who asked for first class. Should we sign some of these guys? Mine arrived today. Hooray! First class. Cool. What I'm worried about is where you sent them to. They would have gone to whatever address was on your, I guess, PayPal account or whatever address you put on the thing, Kyle. Where should I have sent them to? Right. New trials. Should we sign Robbie McCrory? We don't really need a really good backup goalkeeper. If Bazunu is cheap, I would love to have Man City's backup keeper come in as our backup keeper. No, you're not coming in as first choice, son. Come on, we've got Wooster. Right. Oh, Cobbler. Good name. Right, Joe Tomlinson. See, I'm a little bit wary of the really old guys. Unless they're the only option. But then it might be what we have to do. I'm probably more likely to go for someone like him as our right back. Because he's 22. Even though he's only got 4-star potential. But then Millwall have just released him, and Millwall are up for relegation with us. Right, Finn Becker at 32 is much better than any other midfielder we've got. So sent my address for something else last year, but I've moved house. I was worried you just sent it to the wrong house. No, it's all automated by the Shopify system. So whatever address you put on the order, that automatically exports to the Royal Mail click and drop or whatever it's called. And then we print the label straight out from there. We're all fancy and automated around these parts. Oh, they were all so old. Oh, but then old players are all right this year. We call it the Tammy Abraham law. I'm not paying players that kind of money. That's going to be the problem with old men. Especially because he's going to want more than that if I suggest that. Get out. Just, you are leaving immediately. Get out of my football club. Get out. Thrown straight out of the office into the sea. You ridiculous man. £21,000 a week. I don't really want to pay more than £5,000. Wowzers. Augustin Mullet. Got a ball-winning midfielder around at the moment. So he is a Blackburn reject. But at least they're in the Premier League. He's quite old. And probably going to want too much. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is absurd. They all want too much money. Oh, dear. We're going to have to go with youngsters, aren't we? Right, Emmett Walsh. Who can't even get into a team in Scotland. If you can't get into a team in the Scottish Premiership, you shouldn't be coming to the Championship. But needs must. We need players, and he's actually affordable. Emmett Walsh, there you go. If he's that end of that scale, he'll destroy the division. The fact that his pace is down there suggests probably not. So that's him offered a contract. Keanu back. I'm not even going to try. I know he's going to want too much money. We already looked at him. 23. Can play in a few different positions. From Paris Saint-Germain. Never heard of him. Are they any good? Sugar plums. I mean, I guess he thinks a lot of himself. But it's an alarming amount of money. Let's just convince him that he doesn't want to come by removing everything that he wants. And if he agrees to my ridiculous terms, then we might have a deal. See if I can actually push him down on this stuff. It's not too bad. I don't mind if he comes in on that basis. I know there was a lot of other stuff on there as well. Yeah, you're old. You're no good. Old, no good. Young. Hello, young boy. Well, welcome to Leamington, young man. Have a contract. Purely based on you being young. Get rid of all this. All this has got to go. Ay, ay, ay. Get rid of that. Drop that down a couple. Well, then get out of here. Right, no. You're gone. You're done. Which one were you? Was it you? No. Who was it? Where is he? You? No. What was his name? You. Actually, you are quite good. I'm going to keep you here. I was going to send you away. Because I couldn't remember your name, it took me a little bit longer to find you. So you can stay. I'll try you again in a few days. Right, we don't want a 32-year-old cobbler. Your old as well. Oh, he's a handsome boy, though, isn't he? Goodness me. I feel like we should sign him just for the calendar sales. What a good-looking man. Do we bring him in? Oh. He's only 5'11" though for a centre back. We'll just pay him to warm up. Warm up and be some eye candy at the side of the pitch. Right, and I guess we're going to offer this guy a contract as well. Ugh, fringe player. Nope, that rules him out. Right, has anyone got 5-star potential of these trialists? Right, I'm going to try and get my director of football to... I've got one. Ah! Just try and get someone else within the club to offer him a contract. I don't know who would be in charge of that. But somebody go and try and offer him a contract because he was quite good. This guy's got 5-star potential. I know he's a winger, but he can also play central midfield. So let's bring in the good youngsters that we can sell on if we need to. We don't want to pay signing on fees. And then everyone else is pretty old. Okay, let's see what we get from this first batch. Because the other thing is, these ones that are quite good, we're probably not going to get to keep. Dector is the next in the line who wants a new contract, which makes sense. He should get a new contract. He's going to get a new contract. He's got loads of potential still. He was great when he first arrived. He will be great again. Oh, I've just offered him one. There you go. So just based on those couple of offers we've made, that gets us very close to our budget being maxed out. We are going to be relying on loans a lot this year, I think, just like we have the last couple of years. Why am I being told about this? I assume one of these jokers is here on trial at the moment. Right, everyone go play for the under-18s and everybody else just get football into you. Oh, not so long ago. Oh, so he's still in a grumpy with us. So we're not going to get Joubert because all these other clubs want him. And we drove a hard bargain with him. Lewis Hilton, our under-18s manager, is going to be under-18s manager somewhere else, and nobody cared. Godwin's injured. That's not good when there's potential new Godwins coming in. Who's this guy? This is one of the new Godwins, isn't it? Right, we're not going to agree to any of this. We don't really want to pay any signing on fees to anybody. We don't really want to do any of this. We don't really want to pay you that much money. There we go. I wonder what's going on with Cooper at Crewe. Surely he's off to a Premier League team. He is too good. Oh, Crewe are in the Championship. I thought Crewe were down in League One with us last year. Maybe they got promoted as well. He's a superstar for them. We've developed him beautifully for them. 3 years of turning him into an absolute superstar. Right, we will, once these trialists have all gone, we'll try for the next lot. Oh, we're bringing in how many goalkeeping coaches have we got now? I feel like we've signed a lot of them this summer. Why do we have 3 goalkeeping coaches? How can that possibly be necessary? We have 1 goalkeeper. Have those adverts actually worked? Why do we not have anyone applying for these jobs yet? You'd think people would be jumping at the opportunity to work for a championship club in the recruitment department. We've got over £1 million to spend in the English Championship. Yeah, Worcester's got an entourage, is what we've learned here. The rest of the squad have to make do with 5 coaches between them. And then Worcester's got his little goalkeepers club. That's why he's the best player at the club. He gets 3-to-1 training. Every player needs 3 individual coaches to work with them. Then we'll be world beaters. If the adverts aren't working, I'm not sure what I do here to get a new director of football. Does it show on there that we've advertised for them? Oh, we have got the advert out. Okay, the advert is out. That's fine then. So it will happen eventually. I'm not using staff search. I'm not a pervert. Right, Emmett Walsh, new striker, is coming in. He's scored 37 goals in his career. This is what it's come to. There you go, decent championship player. That'll do. That's the kind of player we needed. We'll find out in a second which end of the range his acceleration was at. If his acceleration is towards that 19 end of the scale, then he'll be useful. That's a problem. What's the point of having 15 acceleration but only 10 pace? He's really good over half a yard. He has got 16 jumping reach. He might actually score some goals. We're probably going to play him in that role. His passing's not great. Not really quick enough to do that. I guess he is going to be a poacher. He ticks most of the boxes for a poacher. His decisions are a little low, but everything else, he ticks the boxes for a poacher. The chairman is set to hire the director of football. But usually they don't do it unless there's an advert out. I have to make it clear to them that I want one. And then they go and get me one. Looks like we're playing with a poacher. Antonio Petit. You available on loan, Antonio? You are. In you come, son. Much? £500,000 for a loan! Oh. I don't think I can do £500,000 for a loan. Joshua says whatever the price. I don't think he realises the price is £550,000. He might change his tune then. Right, physio advert. Oh, we get to promote from within. Love to promote from within. Don't even need to look at the attributes. He doesn't want to. I mean, that's stupid. You had the opportunity to be a physio for the first team, you silly goose. Now, I guess we do sort by that, and we'll take James Pickett instead. Which is better for us. He's a much better physio. I like to promote from within. Tyler Onyango. He's a bit old for what I want, really. Withdraw. Applied for the job, then didn't want it. Yeah, that is odd. New to FM, you got any tips or tricks? Not really. Tips or tricks? I don't know. Leave the, don't try and do everything, I guess, if you're new. Don't feel like you have to do every little thing in the game. You've got that. This is probably my biggest tip. You've got this responsibilities area. Use it. So for me, I have my chairman hiring all my staff for me because I find it boring. My scouting is taken care of by my chief scout. I do the transfers, but my assistant manager does the media for me and the training. I don't have to worry about that. I then do the tactics myself, and do the matches and pick the team and stuff. But yeah, you just pick and choose the bits that you want to do. And then as you want to add more bits in, you can add more bits in, but don't try and do everything straight away because otherwise it's majorly overwhelming. Joubert has gone to Gruther Firth, so we're not getting him. It's a bit of a shame. Oh, Prince Southgate. I forgot about him. I wonder. Oh, he's only down in League 2. I thought he was scoring those goals in League 1. Maybe he's not actually good enough. He was always good against us, Prince Southgate. Fleming, thank you very much for 41 months. I wouldn't let the chairman choose the football chairman. Will like to go for a cheap option. They usually go for a good option. I've never really had a problem with the chairman getting the director of football for me. $230,000 for Prince Southgate. Let's scout him again. That might not be the worst idea. As someone we know has been good against us in the past. This guy's on the transfer list at Swansea. I feel like he's a bit of a bargain. So he's up there with all our other central midfielders and attacking midfielders, and he's 22, English, and probably quite cheap. Try and get him on the never never. You find we said 130,000. Not going to happen. Fine, it will happen. I don't want to pay it all in one go. And then Adwin, thank you for 3 months. Joffrey. Can we get him on loan? Or is he cheap? Not cheap enough, but can we loan him? Nope. So he's no use to me. Right, scouts. We promote from within. Casey Goodridge. There we go. Promoted from within. Actually, I think we've not got a scout vacancy anymore. Yeah, because we just hired the goalkeeping coach. Oh, Casey's going to be so disappointed. Never mind. Chairman, anything about making a profit? Look, I get it. You're a Manchester United fan, but that's not how it is everywhere. It's certainly not how it is in game. The chairman work according to their own club vision criteria. So as long as the guy is within budget, it will get the best one within budget. He won't get the cheapest one if they're rubbish. Right. This guy I quite like. Fringe player. I've gone off him immediately. But he's 22, so I allow it. But no signing on fee. None of this nonsense. Try and push that down a bit. There we go. Right, technical director. We've never had a technical director before. Would have rather had a director of football come up first, but I guess, who's this? Whitehead wants a job. George Whitehead, are you any good? No, you're the worst of all of them, so you're not going to get the job. Silly old George. We'll try this guy. Robert Devine. Less money for you. There we go. So we can stop that advert. Who is this guy? Duvet Lumpton. Oh, okay. He's the winger from before. The worst candidate's always the one in the news wanting the job. Not always. But this guy's only got a C. That's not ideal. From the fans, they're not keen. He's got a little bit of potential. I mean, to be fair, the fans have probably got a point. He's probably not actually good enough. He'll be all right as a squad member for a year before we sell him on at a marginal profit. Are all these transfers in yet? Not quite. Oh, we won a football match against Lincoln. That's nice. That's very nice. I guess we're playing at Solihull for another year, by the way, because we've had no announcement. So I guess we're staying at Solihull. Right, director of football. He's got a great name. David Wheeler wants... I mean, that one is an example of the worst one being on there again. So we want the guy with the best judging potential. No, are you sneaking up on me again? She's sneaking around all over the place. Right, we'll take Paul Fernie from Lincoln, who we've just beaten, and then we basically, we played them for their director of football. We beat them, we get to keep their director of football. Kirby. You're yelling Kirby at me. That's an excellent point. Let's go in for him again. Has he already signed for someone else? Oh, no, he's there. Come on, Darren. Oh, you turd. Try again in a few days, I guess. This guy's got 5-star potential, so that's nice. I mean, to be fair, there's some decent clubs in for him and Huddersfield, so we'll make the offer. And there you go. Just as I find a director of football, my chairman comes in and says, nope, you're having this one. He's not too bad, to be fair. He's got better negotiating than the guy at Lincoln had, which is probably more useful. So now we've got a director of football again. Let's make sure he's... Has the technical director come in yet? We probably need to sort that as well. We'd have to redo this in a minute when the technical director arrives. But for now, let's just make sure we've got everything we need on there. All the pre-season stuff takes ages. This is my favourite part of the game. I love this stage. I'm much happier doing this than playing matches. Playing matches is fun, but this is more fun. Transfers. Love a transfer. All right. So, Sam Robinson, what were you doing before, Sam? You were at Blackpool. You've been there for 7 years. What's Blackpool's record like for buying low, selling high? Oh, dear. Oh. There you go. There's one. They came through the youth team. Phenomenal. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, dear. So in summary, he has no track record for doing what I want him to do, but he'll be fine. I only play the matches to make more money for transfers. Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. There you go. We got Peckett in as well. Right, looks like the trials are leaving. Recruitment analyst. It's interesting when performance analysts are applied to be performance analysts. The other way around, sorry. I guess recruitment analyst is a promotion on performance analyst. So both our performance analysts want to become a recruitment analyst for us. So we'll take the one that's got the best judging, I guess, and then hire a new performance analyst. Promotion from within. This is what we do. Mark, thank you for 15 months. I did ask a physio to recommend players. Yes, why not? When you can't use the player search screen, you ask every member of staff at the club. I asked the tea lady if she recommends any players. It's the only place I can get players from. So we're involved in a testimonial here. Hold on. For who? Who the hell's he? Why are we the team that they're playing in this testimonial? He has no relationship with us. That's weird. Right. Let's, I guess, ask for the next batch of trialists. We still have plenty of money funds. All we brought in from that first batch was Emmett Walsh, who's not great, and Duvet Lumphin, who's not great. Both a couple of squad players. If we get these two players we're trying to spend money on, that'll be a nice contribution to the squad. But really, we want more freebies, please. We could do with a half-decent backup goalkeeper. Oh, good, it's all the same guys again. I was really hoping it would be all the same guys again. This time, I'm not even going to bother making trial offers for the guys who are over 30, because we know they want too much money. So there'll be far fewer coming in this time. I suppose I could look at my scouted players, but usually after a promotion, your scouted players are a bit rubbish because they were all scouted for a lower level, which is why I'm not desperate to go over there and look at them. It looks like Kirby's not been recommended again, so we might have to go and find him and offer him a contract. Does anyone remember what his first name was? I guess we could look at trials that we've brought in. Trials. Where is he? Darren Kirby. You want to come sign for us now? Of course you do. Of course you do, young man. You're not having that, though. Remember me? I'm the one who upset you last time when we were negotiating contract. Yeah, you're not having any of this either. Remember me now? Of course you do. There we go. Right. Got a few to whack onto the short list here. And then we want, I guess, 27 and under who are currently unattached. And then from this screen, we can do the miracle that is selecting a whole bunch of players, just offering them all a trial together, which is living in luxury land. So we'll just offer those 16 players a trial. And then if we sort by recommendation as well, make sure we've got all the ones that are really highly recommended, because they're the ones that are most likely to be really good in the future. Get some more trials in. Anna's sending me TikToks. Right, come on then. In you come. In you all come. Let's have a look at you. There's a lot of clump around this summer, I've noticed. Right, we've got our technical director as well, so now we do have to go back here and redo these so that we have the split between technical director and director of football. I'll just set each of them to recommended. I think pretty much all of those will switch to technical director because their job is to hire the staff, basically, isn't it? The technical director. Director of football is about players. Technical director is about staff. Okay. I don't think any of the rest of this is going to change. No. Okay, right. Have we got any? Ah, I've just swapped those around. No. There we go. Got any more players? So we still need another scout. I assume we're already advertising for one, but let's try anyway. Okay. Right, players are arriving. Still need a right back. Oh, level, yeah. I'm not looking for specific positions. I'm looking for players. I'll fill any gaps with positions with loans. At this point, it's just players who improve what we've got, regardless of position. And then if we still need a right back after all that, then we'll go and get a loan. There's a lot of these players around this summer who can play right back, DM, and centre mid. It's about the fourth one I've seen. I don't really like it. I want a specialist. Right, Mr. Clump, how are you doing? Another attacking midfielder. Natural League One player at 26. Not interested. How many games have I had in charge now? Way over 600. So I am the all-time most thingammy-what's-itted. He's Brazilian! A 5-star potential Brazilian. The closest thing to a Brazilian wonder kid of the entire series so far. Is he a wonder kid? He's not a wonder kid. Obviously, he's not a wonder kid. He's on trial here. He's not going to get a work permit, but who cares? We've got to make the offer anyway. Throw more money at him. He's Brazilian with 5-star potential. This is all I've ever wanted out of this save. Right. Less interested. We've got Kirby hopefully coming into play there. Yeah. That was a pretty underwhelming group of trials that have just come in. Any 18-year-olds with 5-star potential get an offer, though. As bodies through the door. Because you can always sell them on. Who the hell are you? Who? I don't know who he is. Apparently he's been here a year. Right. 18-year-olds. Keith Kenyon. Definitely gets a contract offer. By virtue of being 18 and having 5-star potential. I don't know why it keeps scrolling down to the bottom like that. It's annoying. Brewerton, Kenyon, Nelson Samaras. You know what? 19 with 5-star potential is still okay. Teenagers with 5-star potential is what we want. So he gets a contract as well. And then Ron. How do you say his name? Ron gets a contract offer as well. Even though there's not a chance he's actually got 5-star potential based on the money he's asking for. He will definitely be towards this end of his white stars. Ron. Right, that'll do. Did somebody just say 6'7" centre back? Hold the phone. Where? Which one? Who? Him? No, he's 6'3". Why does it keep scrolling like that? Kenyon, 6'1". Getting me excited. Who? Samaras, 6'7". Beautiful. I will hydrate. I love them big. Big, strong boys is what we're looking for here at Leamington. He can play centre-back, centre-mid and striker. And he's 6'7". He just plays wherever... yeah, that's just an indication. He plays wherever he damn well pleases. Who's going to tell him no? That's all that means. Do we want this guy? 20 years old. Oh, he can actually play right back, can he? Well, that makes him more interesting. That crossing of 1 to 5, that screams right back at me. Let's make him an offer. No signing on fee. Oh, someone thinks a lot of themselves. A 3.4 million relegation release clause. Someone thinks he's fancy. Right. We might not get Kirby because other clubs want him. Ooh. Okay, there are some rubbish level clubs who after some of these players we've just made offers for. This is a little alarming. We're competing with Cirencester and South Shields. If we don't get these players, it might be for the best. Right. Yeah, you can go out on loan. You're not any good. Right, Damien Warrington is in. Our club record signing. Fullbacks don't need technical ability. They just need to be able to run up and down that flank all day long. It's literally the only thing fullbacks are for. Running fast for a long time. There you go. We have a new midfielder. Godwin might be moving up to play central midfield this season because it looks like this guy only wants to play as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. So we might be sitting him in front of the back four, and Godwin can move up and use his fanciness. Look at all this technical ability. You can go and play central midfield. Be our playmaker in there, maybe. So let's make that change. Can Godwin be a box-to-box midfielder? Not so much. So if we move our playmaker to there, and then he can be that. Smashing. Playmaker with 10 passing. Yeah, because attributes don't matter. The game tells me you can play as a playmaker. You can play as a playmaker. These little nerdy attribute numbers don't matter. They're for nerds. I'm not a nerd. I'm a cool guy. Cool guys don't care about nerd stuff. In other news, I am streaming some Pokemon trading card game at 7 o'clock tonight on YouTube. Unrelated. Cool guy stuff. Joe Taylor. Quite a short centre-back at only 6'2". But he's as good as Phil Scott and can play left-back. So might not be... I mean, we don't really need to waste a loan on him, though. That's the thing. Because we've got Scott, we've got Roberts, and we've got the other guy on loan at left-back already. Whereas Zealand just felt disturbance in the force. Yeah, but Zealand knows by now he's wrong. The fact that I've won more showdowns than him proves he's wrong and I'm right. Right. Do we want to get rid of any of these coaches to bring Casey Goodridge up to the coaching team, who is quite a nicely balanced coach? Are any of you lot rubbish and been around too long? You've been with us since 2024. You are pretty rubbish. You've been with... Who's been here longest? We're binning off whoever's been here longest. You've been here 2031. 2031. Yeah, it's that guy. Where was he? This guy. Was it him? No, it's the other guy. Him. No, hang on. What? Oh, so he's been promoted before. He came in as an under-18s. Yeah, he's not good enough, is he? Unless he's our motivation coach. I mean, having a motivator might help. How long did... When did we bring him up to the first team? Has he been responsible for the rise up the leagues? It doesn't say when he got promoted. Perhaps his motivation is crucial. Ditch the third goalkeeper coach. Not a bad shout. He's a very good goalkeeper coach. He is not so much. I thought we had 3. Where's the other one? We'll get rid of him. We'll request to add more coaches. No, I don't. No, I still wanted to. Oh, sake. Ah, for goodness sake. And he signed the contract anyway. I don't understand. And now we can hire another one. What is going on? We've got one of the best coaching teams in the championship, by the way. It's only our fitness coach. Everything else, we are the best in the championship for coaching. which is pretty impressive. If only we had any kind of training facilities, that would be really helpful. But then we don't have a ground, so what do you expect, I suppose? If we ask for a ground again, nope, we're not even allowed to. Brilliant. Got my pile of reject cards the other day. Now I have a binder, top load of sleeves, and I'm looking at giving up on using electricity to buy a Brilliant Stars booster pack. That all sounds very sensible and logical. They're great. Right, so it's a fitness coach we want. So we should probably actually ask for a fitness coach. Anything else change on there? So we've actually had the number of scouts we can have reduced, which is interesting. And we still haven't got enough of them. I am all about fitness, so I want a fitness coach in. Right, Nelson Samaras, he's the 6'7" guy. Obviously, he signs. Oh, we'll just sign them all. What's the worst that can happen? We made offers for him for a reason. We need bodies. He's not any good, but he's 6'7". You can teach being any good. You can't teach being that size. 14.5 stone as well. There's just a lot of this boy. Big Nelson strutting around the place, doing whatever he wants, playing wherever he wants. Jason Kelson, who we just spent 100 grand on, 160,000. He'll never play for us. This is why I shouldn't spend money. Because anyone who we can buy at this point is not good enough for us. Only free transfers that are going to improve us. Stop spending money on players. He'll be good next year. This is a nightmarish transfer window at the moment. We've just got to hope the core of the team was good enough to stay up. Because what we're bringing in is not strengthening us at all. And we're now over our spensies. It's going to be loans in a minute. Just had an email from Magic Madhouse telling me my Builder Box Stadium will be building Battle Stadium will be delivered tomorrow. Another batch of code cards coming to your Twitter DMs tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have I made any exceptional signings yet? No. But Godwin's going to the Olympics, so that's nice. Because we're just focusing on signing 5-star potential youngsters, the thing is we won't know if they're exceptional this year. We'll find out in a year or two if they were any good. Unless they're really, really good, in which case we'll know by Christmas. Why am I being asked to do weird stuff like this? I think my coaching isn't set up properly. But it is. Well, why am I being told about it? I don't care. Do what you want with him. Popping in to say love your YouTube content. Thank you very much. Media prediction is relegation, as you would expect. We've got some very good youngsters coming in. That's nice. Posture check. There we go. Yes, we have just got promoted. We've actually gone back to back to back promotions. It took us 9 years to get out of non-league. And then we've gone from League 2 to the Championship in consecutive seasons. So we've got the core of our National League team now in the Championship with National League infrastructure and at a push, League 2 finances. So it's going to be a real disaster. It's going to be super duper. And we're just signing 5-star potential youngsters because it's the only thing that we can bring in. I mean, some of them are going to be great. I mean, he is going to be great. But he's not any help at all this season. And it's the position we're already strongest in. But he's going to be brilliant. We've signed 3 exceptional young centre-backs this summer. Who are just going to be... I mean, he came in that... Hold the phone! What have we got here? Hello, Cameron Dempster. Well, you're our new right back then, aren't you? What the dickens? But what I was trying to say before my voice went up an octave. No, it's him again. Get out. I mean, he's all I can think about. We've signed this guy, who looks like he's going to be great, and another guy who I can't show you because I don't know the buttons. We should probably look at some of these values. He is one of the highest value players at the club. Contract time. Hello, it's me. Just offering you that new contract that's standard for all young players. Just a standard contract, nothing special. Yeah, £900. How do you? That's plenty. 3 years, it's just our standard thing that we do. You don't want to do 3 years. Well, okay, we'll take that off then. There we go. There's a good boy. Just standard things. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't understand. How has he been here a year and I didn't know about him? Okay. Right. So Kai Edwards is valued in the millions, which is nice. Godwin, of course, is up there. Dempster is up there. Theodros, what a man, is up there. Phil Scott, you would expect to be up there. Hughes, Dexter, these are all expected. Who the heck is Jason Kelson? See that guy we just signed? Oh, he's the attacking midfielder I just said would never play for us. Amaral was another one of these who's been here a year and I didn't realise was here, but is now suddenly part of the first team squad. Davies came in last year, didn't he? So we've got a lot of players that we brought in last year who are quite good. It's not a terrible squad. I don't have a clue if it's good enough to stay in this league. Hello, Dave. Did you just let yourself in? How you doing? Dave's here, everybody. I wonder if... I can't reach it. The overhead cam is probably pointing at Dave at the moment, but it's so far above me, I can't be bothered to put it on. And you don't really need to see him. You know what a dog looks like. Mr. Dave. Right, hold on then. Let's see if we can fashion a Dave cam of sorts up here. There you go. That's the best you're going to get. There's a Dave cam for you. Dave, come around. Dave. Hello? Look up there. Everyone wants to see you. No, you just got under the desk, have you? You coming back out? I need to hoover. There's something here on the floor. Behind you. It's all your Dave mess. There you go. Oh, see, you can see I've got 2 mugs on the windowsill. Busted. Disaster. There you go. That's all you're getting. I'm turning that off now. Weather report is it's freezing. It was really warm the last week. Today it's freezing. Getting ready for Leamington at the weekend, I imagine. It is freezing. So Dempster in a group with Scott and a Premier League fullback. That is probably a pretty good group for him to be in. No ball patch. No, I have hair for life. I'm a lifer when it comes to hair. Right, he didn't get his work permit but still wants to sign for us. That's not how it works really around here. Traffic news, there's 1 car out there, but if you really were trying to park, you probably could. Have you really highlights that you really are in a cupboard, no space at all? Yeah, absolutely, I'm in a cupboard. That's why I spent so much money on that lens to blur the background so it looks further away from me. This was advertised as a bedroom. I swear you couldn't get a bed in here. That wall behind me is literally as wide as the door, and then that IKEA Billy bookcase next to it. That is it. There is no wall. There's no wall available there. It's a door and a Billy. And that is the full width of the room. You are correct. You couldn't swing a cat in here. Incidentally, my mum once got sent home from school for swinging a cat, a dead cat, in fact. And she was very small. She was seeing if it was still alive. Grabbed it by the tail, swung it around her head. It wasn't alive. I don't know why that was how 6-year-old my mum thought you tested if a cat was alive or not. But yeah, don't swing cats around your head. Kirby went to Rotherham. Boo. Well, we've got a Willie to come in. Another 5-star potential defender. Oh, he actually is as well. Beautiful. We have got the next 3 generations of our defence already at the club. If the rest of the squad was this deep and had this much of a continuity plan, we'd be ready for the Champions League. We're never going to need to sign another central defender again. We do, however, need fullbacks, because at the moment, I guess Dempster could start straight away. But I'm probably more likely to play Godwin at centre-back, Warrington in there, and then Roberts at right-back, where apparently he plays for Wales, which I don't think is ideal. So I think it's time to look at loans. So, actually, we don't need a left-back. We've got the other guy at left-back, but we do need a right-back. Oh, he's described as a wide target forward. I don't think I need any more information. I think just from that screen, I know which one of these right-backs I want to sign. I think I have every piece of information that is required. I don't think you need scouting, young man. In you come. I'll scout this guy just to be safe. What else do we need? A striker's always handy. None of them are any good. We'll just get these scouted. Probably a goalkeeper as well to sit on the bench. There's no one else who screams out at me as needing to come in right now. Right back was the key area. It's surprising to see Turgay really drop down on their current ability compared to the rest of the defence. Because bear in mind, these are mostly the same guys. Last year, he was considered 4 stars as well. So either he's had a terrible summer and has fallen off a cliff, or more likely, Scott, Godwin and Roberts have continued to get better and Turgay's not quite kept up with them. Either way, promising signs. Wooster charging forward as well. New boy Warrington to sit in front. The worry is that then Godwin, Scott and Warrington are the best midfielders we've got as well. And nothing looks quite so good the further forward we go. If I was a player, what position would I play? Centre-back. I really want Cooper back from Crewe, but I suspect we're not going to get him. So if Crewe are in this division, they sold him yet? They should be selling him to a Premier League club. They haven't. He's got to be their best player. Unbelievably, he isn't. How have they got better players than him? He's perfect. I want him back. I wonder about Balogun. We never really got him because he was in the way. Is that the one that we had? Oh, we could have had him on a free transfer this summer. That's really annoying. Why didn't I have that thought 10 minutes ago? When did he sign for them? Don't even know how to find out the exact date. Either way, we could have signed him 2 weeks ago. That probably would have been sensible. I'm upset now. Fran Smart. Is he, though? Another ball-winning midfielder. We don't just want to fill the squad with ball winners. We want some creative flair in our midfield as well. Really, the rest of the summer needs to be about attacking players. The question is, what is my director of football up to at the moment? Why is he not bringing anybody in? Asked this before, didn't see a reply. Went on the squad depth screen. Why don't you use the red minus to remove players from positions they won't play? Help see what you need. Because I can see what I need without doing that. It's just extra clicking. I mean, I can. But he might play. He definitely won't play there. Sometimes it's difficult to know where they'll play. They'll probably all play there. He's not going to play there. But, like, you've now got Godwin in, like, 5 different positions that he might well play. Scott's probably never going to play right back. But, I've not really removed a lot of players there, have I? Doesn't make much difference. Right, hopefully, looking at the time, we should get this summer done before 4 o'clock when Non-League Legend comes out so that we can crack on tomorrow with the start of the season. There's a chance we might be slightly... Is it tomorrow? Hold on. What date is it? No, tomorrow's stream is fine. It's next Wednesday. We might start slightly late because Dave's at the vet at lunchtime. It's not this week, so let's not worry about it. Next week, actually, while I've got a lot of you in, next week's streams in general are going to be pretty disrupted because Monday I'm picking up my CPAP. Monday I'm picking up my CPAP machine in the afternoon, so there's no stream Monday. Tuesday, we've got a CAMS meeting for Andy, so there'll be no meeting then. Wednesday, I'll be starting late because Dave's at the vet. Thursday's the network game. And then Friday, it should be fine. So we might only have a couple of streams next week. I might drop an evening one in on one of those days, just really to give Chris something to do. Don't want him slacking off. Right, I think we are going to bring this guy in as a backup goalkeeper because I think we need one. 24-hour stream. Never again for as long as I live. Far too old for that nonsense. The closest you'll ever get is an all-day stream. Like subathons and stuff. I'll never do 24 hours. Right, there's Connor Weaver. Oh, he's exactly what I wanted. A big, strong, quick fullback. See, all I needed to know is that he was a wide target man. I didn't need any other information. I already had plenty. Mike, thank you for 14 months. How's the marathon training I was doing for a stream? It's fine. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Because I'm on holiday twice between now and when I would have done it. So there'll be 2 weeks where I won't be doing any training. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm doing like 45 minutes to an hour a day on the treadmill now. I was doing like 15, 20 minutes when I got it. We've built up to 45 minutes to an hour. It's probably not going to go more than that on a consistent basis because that's how long I'm editing for in the morning and doing the in-betweeny bits. So unless I start streaming whilst walking, and no one wants me to stream all sweaty. So for now, that's as far as it's going to go. But yeah, hopefully at some point I'll be able to do a proper Football Manager marathon. The idea being I walk a marathon whilst playing Football Manager on the treadmill, which apparently walking at 3.5 kilometers an hour, I think it would take 12 hours or 14 hours or something. It's doable in waking hours is the general gist of it. Walking at a reasonably relaxed speed for a full day should be marathon length. Someone can do the maths. I'm sure that's about right. But I'm not going to do it anytime soon. But I might do a couple of extended streams at the weekend at some point, seeing how far I can actually go with it. See how close I am to actually being able to do that just yet. Right, we've hopefully got this new fitness coach coming in. Although I imagine my technical director is about to ruin it for everybody and bring in somebody rubbish. Have we got a vacancy for a scout still? We have. These are all a bit rubbish, but we'll take Kidderminster's chief scout. What's the harm there? Enjoyed seeing on the lowdown at the weekend. I enjoyed being on the lowdown at the weekend. It was fun. Much less stressful than being in the showdown. Just have to sit there and talk. It's easy. It doesn't matter if you win or not. As a 7-time champion, there's always a lot of pressure on me. Because either I win or I get furiously mocked. So I have to try and win it when I'm in it. Whereas when I'm on the lowdown, I can just enjoy it. It's quite nice. Right. Transfers so far, we've brought in a lot of young players. Nobody particularly spectacular. The money has been spent on David Roberts, who's returned to the club. Damien Warrington, who's going to be competing with Godwin in central midfield and defensive midfield. And this guy who is an example of why I shouldn't spend too much money. This guy is going to be great. We might have to take him off the loan list and get him involved this year. We shall see. Right, squad numbers done. After the weekend, I'm going to watch the lowdown whenever you're not playing. You should. The lowdown's really good. Especially when I'm on it. Hopefully it won't be the last time I do it. I really enjoyed it. Who did I just give the #1 shirt to? No idea. It was auto number. Huh. I guess we will find out. Nobody. Nobody has the number 1 shirt. Certainly nobody in the first team. Oh, shall we try again with this guy? Oh, they've already accepted a permanent transfer offer. Ooh, hiss. That's no good. We could have had him earlier in the summer. And there's a new scout arriving. So we are getting there with our off-the-pitch stuff. Our medical team leave a lot to be desired. But our coaching and recruitment team are pretty good. Certainly better than we are as a club. Godwin's going to be missing for the start of the season, isn't he? Because he's off faffing about at the Olympics. Look at him, faffing about at the Olympics. Hope he comes back with an Olympic gold medal. That would be super duper. Imagine having an Olympic medalist playing for us. Our very own Kurt Angle. Hopefully he doesn't break his neck doing it. We don't have anyone on these lists. It's very sad. See how we're getting on here. Still considered favourites for relegation. I mean, we're close to done for transfers. We don't have a lot of money left. We don't really have any money left. So unless a free loan presents itself, then I suspect we're done. Obviously, we've got all the way through till deadline day. Someone could go yet. If we were to get like an £8 million offer for Scott or Godwin, although it's not ideal, we'd probably take it. The money would certainly be handy. I have seen what happened at the Oscars, yes. How could I not? I used social media. We weren't able to get that backup goalkeeper, which is a bit annoying. Come on. Right, we're just leaving it to my director of football at this point. Where do I think I'll finish? I think we'll finish just outside the relegation zone. Do I have an affiliate? No, you can't use affiliates in England. You can in game, but you can't in reality, so we don't. What's my opinion on what happened? Will Smith's an idiot. Basically, don't use violence is never the answer. Don't be an idiot. I am 100% anti-violence in all situations. He would have achieved much more by just standing up and verbally responding. It would have had much more impact and would have made him the hero, not the villain. So yeah, just dumb. Right, Mansfield want Dempster on loan for the season. How much are we going to use him? At the moment, I mean, I think we keep him around. But if we keep him, we've got to use him. No, we're going to keep him around. And we're going to use him. Throwing a water bottle. No, because that's still violence. You shouldn't throw things. You shouldn't hit people. Just violence in general is what thick people do. People with brains use their words. I mean, frankly, he looked drunk. I don't know if he was. I don't know if he drinks. But he looked out of it. Right, same with Davies. We keep him around, I think. Ah, FM joke about the water battle. I get you. Pretty sure Liverpool have one with Genk. Yeah, but that's not in England, is it? Arsenal with Inverness. That's also not in England. Clubs in England can't have a parent club, and we're not big enough to have a child affiliate club. Right, we might actually get our first game of the season played here. Get an idea of how good we are. This could be terrifying. Owen Fagan off of Aberdeen. So my director of football thinks we still need another right back, which I'm not against. If we get him, then we loan Dempster out. Was his name Dempster? The guy who is a bit Dempstery. What's the hardest thing about streaming regularly? Is it the comments? No, I don't mind. I love the interaction and the chat and stuff. I don't have an issue with the comments. If anyone's a wang, they just get blocked immediately, so I don't have to sit here and handle wanginess. There is, in all honesty, there isn't really anything hard about streaming regularly. It's sitting playing a video game and chatting. It's just, it's harder than doing YouTube because you have to do it at specific times. Like, finding 3 hours a day isn't an issue. Finding the same 3 hours a day so you can have a consistent schedule can be difficult. Like with the examples I gave you before, I've got stuff going on Monday and Tuesday afternoon next week, so I can't stream. But I could, I guess, stream in the evening if I wanted to.
I stream in the evening?
Because next week we've got afternoon stuff. Don't lean on the chair.
What afternoon stuff?
Get off the chair. Just afternoon stuff. I've got to go and get my CPAP thing. We've got a meeting for that small boy next week. You don't need it. I have it. You up? I'm not wearing any flip-flops. We might sign this guy.
No.
Jamie Lindley. He's available on a free transfer, though.
Free. I like free.
We do. So let's try and sign him. You're trying to break my chair. Oh, no. 1.4 million in compensation. Run away! Run away! Let's try. Can we loan him even though he's out of contract? No, so we just can't have him, basically. Can we? Will Norwich give him to us for nothing? Can we have him for nothing, please? No. Well, all in all, what a waste of time. Rubbish. Rubbish. But yeah, that's the only difficulty in streaming on a schedule. Making sure that you're available at the times you're supposed to stream. But that's no different to any other job, is it really? Most jobs you have to be in a certain place at a certain time every day. But like with YouTube, when I'm on holiday for a week, you won't know from my YouTube channel. You'll still get videos out every day. Whereas streaming, obviously, I won't stream at all that week I'm on holiday because I'm on holiday. So that's where it gets complicated. Right, Oscar, you can be my backup goalkeeper. You're not going to be my first choice. I'm not going to tell you that, though. You're going to be my reserve. You don't even realise it. He doesn't even know. He's a reserve. Always seems like you're frustrated by chat. You perhaps just don't understand how to read people. I did that one on purpose. No, I don't get frustrated by chat. I think you're just confusing me being an adult with being frustrated. Because I don't fake happiness the way wangy streamers do. I'm just a normal person. We don't want to sell Wooster, but that is a big offer. Ooh. No, it's not nearly enough money. How long before I had constant viewer? What do you mean? I always had viewers because I did YouTube first. So when I started streaming, I've never streamed to like 5 or 10 people. I've always had like, I don't even know what the minimum was when I started. Probably 100 or so, maybe not quite that many. I don't know. Oh, he looks nice. See, this is where all of a sudden the good loans are appearing. Where's this director of football been all summer? Not in a job, I realise. Not here. Why is Gilks at left back? Because Turgay is suspenderized. That's no good. Right. Godwin as a Mazzala, really? So if we go back to last year's, what does it say? It then shuffles everyone around like that. So can he do that? He can do that better than Godwin can do the other thing. Maybe we could even have him in there doing that. That might be your solution, boys and girls. And then he can be the playmaker again. Yeah, that's the one. That's what we're doing. Godwin can stay supporting the back ones, and that allows Theodros to continue to be in an attacking role. Sorted. Let's go do a football. What made me start streaming? Not having all my eggs in one basket. I was doing YouTube, and it seemed sensible to stream as well. So that if anything goes wrong with YouTube, I'm not completely jobless and skint. Plus, streaming's fun. Streaming with YouTube is very, that's a ridiculous goal, but it's our first ever goal in the championship, and I love it all the same. Their keeper was terrible there. Hughes just scores at every level. He's a hero. Yeah, YouTube's a very isolated existence. You're just sitting here with no interaction, or certainly no immediate interaction, whereas on Twitch, we can chat. And it's nice to just hang out with a bunch of people for the afternoon and chat for a bit. Are we going to win a football match here? That would be delicious if we did. We are still at Solihull, yes. I guess we won't leave until we hit the Premier League. Oh, if that had gone in, my word. When you start Shark Save, are you using the game as is or using a custom database like Apollon? Did Apollon use a custom database? I think the only thing we did was juice up the academy a little bit, which you don't really need to do with Schalke. They've already got good facilities. What would you say is the main thing you need if you want to start streaming? Without sounding really, this is going to sound so harsh, a personality. You need to be interesting. You need to be confident talking into a camera. You need to be able to talk constantly for hours. You need to be able to talk clearly and not constantly be ums and mumbling and not knowing what to say. And you just have to be a bit of an arrogant wang, really. To be a good streamer, I'm talking about. I mean, to just start streaming because it looks like fun, all you need is a computer. But if you want to actually be a good streamer, you need a personality. Need a less trigger happy chairman at Shark. What I say will be over in half an episode. Well, that's part of the jeopardy of it, isn't it? If we get sacked, we get sacked. It'll be fine. Well, that's a good cross. I love the fact there's so many of these boys who were with us in non-league who were playing for us in our first game in the championship. Gilks, Roberts, Wooster, Godwin, Theodros. All those boys were with us in non-league. Who's my favourite other FM streamer? I don't watch other FM streamers. So, actually, that's not true. Sometimes, I guess I have to... I mean, is he still here? The only one I watch is Dr. Ben sometimes. I don't really watch anybody. I don't really watch any FM content. I sometimes have Dr. Ben on to see what he's yakking on about, see what he's up to, see what he's plotting. But other than that, I don't really watch any FM content. The way I would explain it, me sitting there watching Football Manager content would be a bit like a plumber coming home from work and wanting to fix everybody's pipes. It's, you know, it's my job, isn't it? I'm not going to, just like I don't play Football Manager outside of making content either. He's streaming at the moment, so he won't be here. Thank goodness. I don't need to watch other FM streamers to see where I can improve because I already know I'm better than them. It's not just streamers. I don't watch streaming in general. I don't have time to watch streams. I do watch the occasional Zed video. That is true. If he does a really clickbaity title, he'll intrigue me. I rarely watch until the end, though. Can't quite bring myself to get that far into them. Don't watch other FMers. You can't steal their stuff. It's merely a coincidence if you do the same thing. Yeah, there's that. Although I'm not too worried about people stealing other people's things. If you're doing it better than them, then it doesn't really matter if you stole it in the first place, does it? You just got to be the best at it. Do I think I would beat RDF in a versus game? Yeah, obviously. Of course I would. He's a fiddler. Fiddlers will never prosper against proper Football Manager players. And I'm sure I'll get the opportunity to prove that in a showdown at some point. Right, we have a new backup goalkeeper in, which is nice. How do I know I'm the best if I don't watch anybody else? Because I'm confident in my own ability. Asking a lot of questions. And plus, lots of people tell me I'm the best. So, you know. I'm absolutely okay with questions. Don't worry, I'm okay with questions. I'm just getting the vibe that you're trying to trap me into saying something. You're just giving off a vibe. Where am I staying when we go to Disney? We're staying at the same place we stayed at last time. Because it's awesome and cheap. But mainly because it's awesome and cheap. It being cheap is, I mean, it is nice that it's cheap. And it's awesome and very cheap. We like cheap. Let's get him out of the first team squad. How's my Tamagotchi going? He is still trapped in the box that I put him in over a week ago. He is very dead. Right, it is just about the end of the stream, boys and girls. We're just squeezing the last couple of players in ever so quickly. But Non-League to Legend is out in just a few minutes, so I don't think we've got time to start another game. I will, of course, be back tomorrow afternoon, so you can come and see the continuation of the start of this season there. I think starting without losing, we've got a point. That's a positive. We have a point on the board already. And if you want to continue just chatting with me in general, 7 o'clock tonight, I'm going to be streaming some Pokemon TCG over on YouTube on my Kevin Chapman channel, not on the main channel. But come and hang out with me over there for a few hours. It'll be very similar to this, except the game I'm playing is Pokemon rather than Football Manager. Other than that, we'll just be chatting and having a jolly good time and doing a couple of hours over there because I fancy doing a little bit of that. But for now, I will leave you to it. You've got just enough time to go and have a quick tinkle, freshen your beverage and get yourself settled down, ready for some Non-League to Legend goodness over on YouTube at 4 o'clock. So, toodle pip, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Goodbye.